Coming out first, fighting out of the red corner, standing 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 154.5 pounds, with a current amateur record of 6-3-1. Doing it for Empower MMA and Fitness. Make some noise for the duelist, Darien Orvin.
I'm just excited to see what music he's coming out to.
Absolutely. His typical is
show tunes.
Show tunes, exactly.
All right, making his way out to the cage, we've got Darien Orvin, the duelist. This young man is 27 years old. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, and he weighed in at 154.5 pounds. He is fighting for the vacant lightweight championship here at the amateur division of SteelFist Fight Night. He is coming off of some really good fights. I know he has fought for the title before it was vacant. He actually did not get the win in that one, but great match either way. He's one of those guys that is always entertaining. He's very aggressive. He's got very good striking. Throw hands from basically everywhere. He's worked on his ground game. He's worked on his submission defense. I know that was something that he had, I'm not going to say struggled with, but saw as a whole in his game. And he's really worked hard to get to a point where that's not something that he's worried about at this point, which is good considering the guy that he's fighting, we'll talk about a little bit here in a minute, has a pretty solid submission background. So Darien, he's training out kind of all over the place, and by saying all over the place, he does float to multiple gyms, but he is primarily out of Empower MMA and Fitness. He's one of the owners and coaches over for Empower. So I know that he's getting some work in other places and working with a lot of coaches and stuff to improve where he feels his shortcomings are. But what else do we know about Darien?
Yeah, so being kind of the head of a gym, you know that he knows how to teach, so he knows how to fight.
Right.
In this instance, it's not one of those that can't do actually teach. That's not the case in this particular.
No, not at all. All right, let's see what his opponent looks like.
All right, and his opponent tonight for the vacant SteelFist Fight Night lightweight championship belt. Gonna be fighting out of the black corner, standing 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 153.5 pounds, with a current amateur record of 8-5. Doing it for elite performance. Make some noise for Malachi Novosel.
Here we have Malachi Novosel, 22 years old, stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, trains under Coach Jeremy Horn at Elite Performance in Sandy, Utah. He weighed in at 153.5 pounds, and it's going to be a fun fight. Both Darien and Malachi, both pretty balanced fighters that have, cultivated just about all their game, from striking to ground game, grappling, etc. I know that Malachi holds an 8-5 record and is ranked #1 in Utah at lightweight. Most recently win was for a regional title over a tough brawler in Michael Lizalde.
Now one thing about Malachi is he's only fought for SteelFist about 3 times. I believe this is his 4th SteelFist fight. I could be off by 1. But he is a very active fighter. Like you said, he fought for another show against Michael Lizalde. A great win over there. He got triangle choke in the first round, which speaks to that submission ability of his. Now, you see the beautiful man behind him with the shirt that says, "I love violence." That shirt is not a lie. That is Jeremy Horn. At one time, he was the most active fighter on the planet.
Wow.
The man was fighting week in, week out, and shows all across the world. Amazing fighter, wealth of knowledge. Not a lot of people out there that can teach you the kind of stuff that Jeremy Horn is going to teach you. And Malachi has been training with him since he was around 7 years old.
Wow.
So, yeah, think of the amount of knowledge in the sport that you would absorb in that amount of time. And this fight is exciting for me because I think Malachi definitely deserves a title shot, and I think that Darien also deserves a title shot. So this is one that I'm excited about. This is 5 3-minute rounds, so up to 15 minutes of fighting. If it goes that long, I will be surprised, but I won't be surprised that these guys both have the gas to go that long.
Absolutely. Here it goes.
Ooh.
Wow. Hard strikes.
Almost.
Oh, very.
Ooh, nice right hand by Malachi. Darien's able to recover and get back to his feet, but Malachi's putting on the pressure. Gets that single, sucks him out to the towards the center of the cage. See if he's able to slide that knee through and go for a full mount. He's got the shoulder choke. He's got the shoulder in for the shoulder choke. Great job by Darien getting that arm out of the way.
Tough position to be in for Darien at this moment.
Right. Yeah, and Darien was trying to reverse, but looked like Malachi kind of just let him slide underneath, recenter. Darien's got full guard now.
So if you're in Malachi's position at this point, what are you going after? Well, letting him stand up, apparently.
Yeah, I think that Malachi's just going to go for the hand. Honestly, he's landing some very effective strikes. But I don't think Malachi is the kind of person that goes, I have to win this way. He's the kind of fighter that if he feels like he's winning in any aspect, he's going to just continue in that avenue.
Right.
You saw him go for a shoulder choke. He gave up on that and decided to go for a different position, ended up in full guard, sat up, postured real well, went for strikes. Once they were on their feet, continued going for strikes. So I really can't say, oh yeah, he's going to go for a submission.
Of course.
And Darien doing a really good job changing the trajectory so far. Now Darien's putting Malachi against the cage and putting some good pressure on. Malachi reversed right back against the cage, goes for that single, watch for him to suck it out and rotate to the left. Oh, fell.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Darien is capitalizing
Big
on
strikes.
that failed takedown attempt by Malachi. And trapping the hand down, watch for those fists. Darien does need to be careful not to overextend himself on those strikes. When Malachi stretches out like that, he gets long. That creates a kind of a trap. When you start extending your hands out to go for those shots, you get in danger of arm bars and triangles. But Malachi right back to that single leg and pulls him off the cage much more effectively this time.
Wow, single leg off the ground. That's challenging to get in that deep that quick. Took him down easy.
He did a great job on that. And Darien's doing a great job fighting against the cage. Still throwing knees, rotating. And there's only a couple seconds left of this round, so I think we're going to definitely see a round number 2. But this has been an entertaining and action-packed first round for this championship fight.
Absolutely. Both directions, very competitive. We saw both fighters do some pretty entertaining things during that fight.
Well,
that round, rather.
Yeah. Well, one thing that I'm impressed by, Malachi has some power in his hands. He was landing some big shots that were wobbling Darien, but Darien's recovery time was so quick and able to get to a better position and try and turn off the cage and just do what he could do to recover, and even ended up in that great position on the failed takedown attempt by Malachi.
Sure. Something interesting I've seen in Darien over the years has been a lot of opponents have been great strikers with heavy hands. He is resilient.
Yes.
He can take really challenging strikes, and you could see that there were some from Malachi that actually stunned him a little bit, maybe wobbled him a little bit. I haven't seen that in the past. Suggests big things for Malachi.
Oh, Malachi's got some, like I said, very heavy hands, but they're accurate. Very accurate. He's landing shots almost at will.
Yeah, absolutely. Round 2. Should be entertaining as well.
Ooh. Oof. Oh, nice overhand right by Darien. And Malachi answers with an uppercut. Great exchanges. I'm loving that these guys aren't backing away. They're throwing everything into these shots. Beautiful hooks by both of them. Overhand right. Great exchanges right now. Oh, Malachi with a great take, single leg. See if he can pull that leg forward and keep driving, or if Darien's going to be able to stuff. And looks like Darien's doing a great job of teeing off on Malachi right now and preventing that takedown. Ooh, I like that. Throwing that right hand up from underneath the arm when Malachi started changing his position.
Need Malachi to start defending himself. He's getting some big strikes.
He's trying to rotate and he's trying to get to a better position, which is the only reason that Dave hasn't stopped anything, because that is the intelligent defending of yourself. But Darien is putting on the pressure. Great job. Now, again, got to be careful not to overextend yourself when you're inside the guard of someone that's dangerous off their back like Malachi is.
Yeah. Now, where's the risk with extending yourself too much in this position?
It leaves too much of your limbs exposed, and it gives your opponent an opportunity to climb up the body and trap anything, to go to an armbar, to go to a triangle, to go to an omoplata or go-go plata. Multiple different submission techniques that you become in danger of. So a big thing on a good submission good submission fighter when you're inside their guard is pressure and posture. Two different things, just depending on what you're going for. But those are the two big things that are going to help you avoid dangerous positions and getting caught with a tricky submission. The sneakies like that.
Gotcha.
And Darien did a great job adjusting his posture. Went stacked on the outside, went over both arms, and putting the pressure on. Big strikes by Darien. This body kick on the ground.
Wow.
And goes right to that side control, pins the arm down, and starts landing some more strikes.
Darien's been relentless.
His nickname's the Duelist for a reason, and he is just putting his hands to use right now. Keeping that pressure on. He's definitely, I don't know if he's going to get a stoppage with only a few seconds left in the round, but he is putting that pressure on, and he is definitely enforcing his will in this round. That was a great round number 2 for Darien Orvin.
Wow. Wow.
I think that Malachi, honestly, I think the first round, definitely Malachi landed some big, heavy shots. He definitely was on the upper side of the exchanges. He was able to get takedowns and work a little bit more effectively than Darien in the first round, but I think that second round was entirely Darien.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, how the tables can turn.
Right. That doesn't mean anything coming into the third round, because it can go right back to the other direction.
Yep, absolutely.
And the beautiful thing about MMA is, it can end in so many different ways. Yeah, it can go all 5 to the decision, but it can end with a submission. It can end with a knockout. It can end with a disqualification. There are so many different ways that this fight could go, and we're only 2 rounds into a 5-round fight.
Absolutely. Each round's like a new present, Christmas morning.
Right.
You never know what you're going to get.
I'm just excited, and I can't go to sleep. That's the horrible part.
Yeah. Please don't go to sleep.
But easier for me than these guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, round number 3, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Nice left hand by Malachi, and it completely stopped Darien in his tracks. Darien took a second and then no, I'm good, and starts throwing his own. And again, stuffing that takedown very effectively and going right to those hammer fists. Great sprawls by Darien. Ooh, working that body too.
Darien's notorious for smiles mid-fight.
Oh, yeah. When he's throwing them and when he's getting hit by him, he's smiling. And again, Darien is putting on the pressure, and Dave's looking really close at this fight right now. Every time Darien gets that good top position, starts landing those hammer fists, that time Dave was really close looking, and Malachi sliding his legs up is I think the only thing to say. Ooh! Big hands by Darien, and this fight's about to be over. I'm surprised that Dave hasn't stopped this thing. There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
There it is.
Wow, that was a phenomenal performance by Darien Orvin. The Duelist is now the lightweight champion here at SteelFist Fight Night. Wow, that was a hell of
What
a
a fight.
One hell of a fight. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take this thing to the cage and make it official.
Again, fight's over. Nothing but love and respect. What'd you guys think of the title fight? I completely agree. Saw these gentlemen give everything they've got. All right, guys, can I get both fighters to the center of the cage, please? Both fighters to the center of the cage. Gang, you know what to do. One more time, make some noise. Your winner and new SteelFist Fight Night lightweight champion. 1 minute, 7 seconds into round number 3. Ref stoppage due to ground and pound. Out of the red corner, the duelist, Darien Orvin.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am here with your winner and new SteelFist amateur lightweight champion, Darien, the duelist, Orvin. Brother, how are you feeling right now?
Two-weight, two-state, two-organization champion. I feel like a badass. I got a whole bunch of inspirational stuff to say, but I'll save that for the Instagram post. Please go and follow me on Instagram. I'll follow you all back.
Oh, man, that was a beautiful fight. You have 2 belts. Like you said, you won a championship a month ago up in Idaho, and now coming back home and getting the belt here tonight. Dude, that was a beautiful performance. Did anything happen in that fight that caught you off guard?
I highly underestimated his striking. I've never been hurt by a punch. I've never hardly even been punched. But he just dropped me, dude. You guys all saw me fall on my ass. That was real. He hits hard, man.
Well, you recovered really quick, and you did everything you needed to do after that in between rounds, coming out to get that win. Is there anyone you want to thank tonight?
Absolutely, my friends and family, my teammates at Empower Fitness Utah. If you guys need a place to learn MMA or learn to weight train, and you want coaches who care about your mental health way more than your physical health, we're here to make you better. Come and check us out in West Jordan, Empower Fitness Utah. Thank you to my friends and family. You guys have no idea what this means to me, the work and the mental anguish and hardships that I've gone through in my life. Last but not least, thank you to my wife. I love you beyond any words. Single ladies, hit the double champ up on Instagram.
All right, brother, you gonna come back and defend this thing?
Oh yeah, definitely. Gonna be back soon. Pro debut is coming sometime next year, so stay tuned.
Well, we can't wait to see that, and we can't wait to see you come back. Congratulations, my brother. Everyone give it up for your winner and new SteelFist amateur lightweight champion, the duelist, Darien Orvin!
That is one hard-working dude right there. Make some noise. He earned that, and you know he will be back. Couple more pictures, Darien, when you're done with the hugging and the loving, and then we'll get on. Smile big. Check out that belt. One more time, do me a favor, make some noise for your new SteelFist Fight Night amateur lightweight champion, the duelist, Darien Orvin.